It was meant to be a simple lunch, a time for family, a chance to reconnect. On July 29th, 2023, Erin Patterson, a seemingly ordinary woman from Leongatha, Victoria, invited her former in-laws, Don and Gail Patterson, and Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, for a meal. The aroma of beef Wellington filled the air, promising a delightful afternoon, but this gathering would soon transform from a scene of warmth to one of unimaginable tragedy. Hours after sharing the meal, the guests fell violently ill. Don and Gail Patterson and Heather Wilkinson succumbed to their ailments, their lives tragically cut short by what would later be identified as death cap mushroom poisoning. Ian Wilkinson, Heather's husband, barely clung to life, enduring 7 agonizing weeks in intensive care. The idyllic image of Leongatha, a small town where life moved at a slower pace, was shattered. Whispers turned to accusations as suspicion fell upon the woman who had prepared the meal. This was no accident, some claimed. It was murder. On April 29, 2025, nearly 2 years after that fateful lunch, Erin Patterson stood before the Supreme Court of Victoria in Morwell. The charge: 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. The prosecution painted a picture of a calculated crime. They alleged that Patterson had deliberately poisoned her guests, pointing to inconsistencies in her story. A dehydrator discovered hidden away bore her fingerprints and traces of deadly mushroom toxins. Her claims of accidentally using foraged mushrooms crumbled under the scrutiny of phone records and witness testimonies. The prosecution argued that Patterson had fabricated a cancer diagnosis, a desperate attempt to shield her own children from the poisoned meal. Patterson's defense team countered with a narrative of panic and accidental poisoning. They argued that her inconsistent statements stemmed from fear and confusion in the aftermath of the tragedy. Yes, she had cooked the meal, they admitted, but she had consumed some of it herself and suffered mild illness. They suggested that the deadly mushrooms had found their way into the dish accidentally, perhaps mixed with store-bought varieties. The defense maintained that Patterson, a mother herself, could never intentionally harm anyone, let alone family. The courtroom became a battleground of contrasting narratives, leaving the jury to decipher truth from fabrication. The trial unfolded with a parade of witnesses, each offering a piece of the puzzle. Simon Patterson, Erin's ex-husband, delivered chilling testimony of declining the lunch invitation and later witnessing his former wife's strange detachment as his parents lay ill. Ian Wilkinson, the sole survivor, recounted the pleasant lunch and his harrowing descent into illness. Medical experts detailed the gruesome effects of death cap poisoning, their words painting a vivid picture of the victim's suffering. A store manager confirmed the purchase of a dehydrator, the very one found hidden away, linking Patterson to the alleged murder weapon. A chilling testimony from a Facebook group member revealed Patterson's excitement about drying mushrooms and her complaints about her controlling husband. Emotions ran high as family members of the victims recounted their final moments, their words echoing through the courtroom, heavy with grief and anger. The jury, tasked with the impossible responsibility of weighing evidence and emotion, listened intently, their faces etched with the gravity of the situation. The Erin Patterson trial has gripped Leongatha and captivated the nation. The once peaceful town has become synonymous with tragedy and suspicion. The courtroom drama, broadcast across the country, has sparked endless debates, dividing public opinion between those who believe in Patterson's guilt and those who maintain her innocence. The trial, expected to last 6 weeks, continues to cast a long shadow over Leongatha. As each day passes, new revelations and emotional testimonies unfold, drawing the community and the nation further into the mystery of the mushroom poisoning. The question on everyone's mind remains, was this a tragic accident or a cold-blooded act of murder? The answer, for now, remains elusive, locked away in the hands of the jury. Only time will tell what verdict they reach and whether justice will be served for the victims and their families.